What up, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Gore here, and we are back with another Tuesday Night Live. This time we're in the studio. Last week I was out on the water of Roosevelt Lake trying to go live on Facebook and YouTube. Had some issues with YouTube, kept it on Facebook, and I went back and watched the rebroadcast and had some pretty fun moments on the show. Of course, we had quite a few attempts where I had to go live and then we'd have bad service and it would end the live, so I have to go live again. But if you stuck with me and watched quite a few, caught some pretty good fish. There was a few moments where I thought the live captured some good fish catches, but missed a couple. But then we also did get, and I joked and laughed about it, but it actually happened while we're live. We did get a double Texas rig hookup from the exact same spot at the same time. It was kind of crazy. I did not think it would happen, and it happened. So that was pretty cool. So jumping over to the comment section, here we are back again in the studio. I can see everybody from Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Who do we got in the house? As usual, Gary all up in there first and saying, what's happening? Hello, AJ. Fishing and Hunting says, can I get a shout out? Yeah, here's a shout out visually and verbally. Fishing and Hunting 11. Shout out to you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Glad you're jumping on the show. Watching Bill dance on TV, Bob. Nice. Great to see that. What's going on, Robert Green? How are you? Rick, hello. Who else we got? Sam, hello. Looking for some deadbolt action. Ah, man, that's horrible. Hopefully you can get one in your grasp soon. Deadbolt is on sale till 10/31. That is true. That is true, and we will cover that shortly. Ronnie, what's going on? How are you? Melissa Justice in the house. How's it going, Melissa? Of course, we got the Justice family representing as per usual. Mariah, it is spooky. Hello, how are you? What's going on, Okie? Adam Robinson, what's happening? Adam, actually, I just saw he posted the other day, got onto some sweet, good-looking sized ditch pickles the other day. Helen Marie, one of our regulars, making an appearance. Diane Yeckel, of course, Diane and Helen, both former winners. Of course, so is Melissa Justice. I think Adam Robinson is, and I think Okie is too. So got quite a few repeat offenders in here. Steve, what's going on? Gail, hello from Texas. Hello from Arizona. Who else we got in here? Wilfredo, what's going on? New Jersey in the house. Doug, what's happening, brother man? Big Peppo, hello. We could do this all night long. All right, let's get rolling, guys. Milton, I can't stop until I tell Milton hello. So hello, Milton. How are you doing? Paula, hello. All right, let's get going. Wait a minute. Adam Robinson says he's headed to Pensacola for the weekend to do some saltwater fishing. I am jelly, Adam. Very jelly, because I've been to the East Coast quite a few times, been to the West Coast, both where there's some saltwater fishing available. Never fished saltwater. Just been always too busy, always had other agendas, just couldn't get it done. Devin Cartwright, what's happening? All right, so let's get to it, guys. Let's get going on. So not a huge, major, crazy show tonight. I'm hoping to have Mr. Brent Chapman and Mr. James Elon on the show. I do have commitment from Brent for next Tuesday, but got to get a hold of James. If you're watching, James, hit me up. Got to get a hold of James, see if I can have him on the show next Tuesday night. And if I do have both on the show, I'm going to do a sick giveaway. I'm just saying that right now. It's going to be a stellar giveaway you guys are going to want to tune in for. But we're going to bring him on the show if possible. Like I said, I got commitment from Brent already. Got to get James on there. James is always so cool. He's probably a yes, but I got to make sure it's okay with the schedule. To talk about their recent trip overseas to China. They went to the Chinese mainland and participated in the China MLF series that they have over there. And I think that's freaking awesome. They had anglers from all over the world come over and compete in this Chinese MLF circuit. And Brent and James went over and represented the States as well as KastKing in this circuit and did fairly well. So I won't get too much into that. That's about as much as I want to share on that. I know that they had some adventures and it was cool. Don't know if they had any culture shock, what the story was. But it seemed like it was a great time. I do know that Brent jumped over to Japan while he was on that side of the world and visited with his son, who is currently in Japan right now. So lots of cool travels for him. But I'd love to have them both on the show next week to break it down as to what transpired over there in China with that tournament in the MLF and see how it was done. It was kind of cool, too. They had some some different looking boats. I mean, they were like, I can't say different looking. They were no different than the boats we have here. But they weren't on like big Tritons or Nitros or Phoenix bass boats, you know what I mean, or Rangers. They were in a little bit different setups. And so it'd be kind of neat to see what kind of equipment they had, what kind of like graphs they were allowed to use, what kind of, sonar, all that stuff. What's going on, Seth Larson? Hello, hello. Gail, hello. Freddie, what's going on? Ray, oh man, I got a bunch of people. Nice plunger on your head, AJ. Thank you, man. People watching my clips. But anyways, yeah, so no, it was crazy. I'm really curious to find out what all the Chinese platform allowed and regulated them to use in that tournament. So that's going to be exciting. Can't wait for that show. And like I said, I'm going to hook it up. Maybe, no, I can't do that. I can't talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But all right, or later. All right, so moving on. Hopefully we'll have Brent Chapman and James Elam on next Tuesday night with a stellar giveaway just before Halloween for all you good little ghouls and goblins to talk about their adventures over in China. Now, moving on, I do want to share some love. Let me go ahead and get this screen pulled up to a KastKing angler who is an amazing guy. You guys know him as Gene Jensen, a.k.a. Fluke Master. Gene just won a Bassmaster Kayak Elite Series win through the Bassmaster section, or through that series. That's awesome. I mean, that is killer to go out there and compete in that field. The kayak series field is very competitive, obviously, comes with its own struggles and its own world of rules and things like that. They measure in inches rather than like weight, pounds, 5 fish limits, things of that nature. So to bring what I'm sure is a very long story short, maybe we'll get Gene on the show as well. Wouldn't that be fun to have him and Brent Chapman and James on the show together next week and just make a big shebang out of it? We'll see what we can do. Gene, if you're watching, let me know. I mean, I know you and Nikki are tight, so Nikki's probably going to get first dibs on Gene being on the show to talk about his win, but we'll see. Maybe Gene will share a little love my way. But anyhow, so Gene got out there, competed in there, had a great day one. He said he'd gone out, done a lot of graphing in practice, found a good quality area that had a lot of fish schooled up, marked those areas, spent a lot of time really setting up an area to focus on. So when day one went through, he was able to pull the trigger and get it done at 98.2 inches worth of length of fish caught on his board there, which put him in good contention. Said the hands-free steering of his bona fide PWR 129 combined with his Motor Guide XI3, which, by the way, Motor Guide, actually, not to get off topic, just basically sent out emails and let everybody know that they are no longer going to be producing trolling motors, from what I understand. They're going to wrap it up, which, from what I understand, the same mothership that owns Lowrance owns Motor Guide. Lowrance has obviously come out with some really awesome trolling motors, so the shift and focus goes that way. I'm sure it all comes down to sales, and I don't know if Motor Guide sales on their bass boats have been fantastic. Hopefully they continue to put out some good products that Gene approves too in the kayak world. So the Motor Guide XI3 were crucial for his efficient fishing. I can understand that. So, I mean, with the fact that he's got a craft that allows him to not have to use an oar, he can pedal steer, I'm sure. And then, of course, he's got the electric trolling motor. That's going to let him be able to really focus and pay attention to where he's got to go. I do know that I think he's got power pole, the power down system on it to where he can just get into where he wants. I'm not sure if that Motor Guide XI3 has anything like spot lock. We would have to talk to him, but he can really just narrow down his field, which has always been a struggle in more basic kayaks, to just stop and work that position and get it done So with that, he's able to make more casts into target areas in a shorter amount of time, allowing him to capitalize, cover more water, and catch more fish. Next, day two. Says day two was a blur. And I actually want to know the scoop on this one. It said, thanks to Starlink for making it possible to stream the entire day on my TikTok page. So guys, go to his TikTok, check it out. He's got the entire day streamed on his TikTok on how he hammered it down and got it done. So I wonder if he's got a mobile Starlink on his kayak, and I'd love to know how he set that up and how he rigged it, if he's got an inverter powering it, what the whole story is that allows him to have stellar service, I'm sure, which I need to look into. Maybe KastKing will allow me to get a mobile internet, and I can go fishing from the lake with you guys all the time via Starlink with like amazing service. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. That'd be killer. So, all right. So we got that done, streamed the whole thing, and ended up, he was right around fifth or third place, somewhere in there, and was struggling right there, about 30 minutes to spare, throwing a spinnerbait, a white spinnerbait almost the whole time, which put most of his fish in the boat. It was a Nicholas lure spinnerbait, a pulsator with a Gamakatsu hook. And he said that put all but one fish in the boat for him. And 30 minutes left. He needed an 18-inch fish to get it done. And bam, got one. Got a fish that actually put him about a half an inch over, leading him into first place, winning it. Said the key to that win too was throwing a Speed Demon Pro swim bait rod on that spinnerbait. Now, granted, who does that sound like, guys? Let me see in the comment section. There's another KastKing angler who loves to throw a Speed Demon Pro swim bait rod on what bait, similar to a spinnerbait, and he always says that's fantastic. Let me see in the comment section, guys, who you guys think that is and what bait he's using. Yep, Devin, I have to agree. You are correct. Now, what bait is that gentleman using on that rod? Brent, boom, Devin Cartwright banging it out there, just lickety split. Exactly. Yes. Brent Chapman using it, a bladed jig on that swim bait rod gets it done. So guys, not only does Brent Chapman feel that swim bait rod is amazing, to actually gives you better load up, gets you better distance, and performs fantastic like that bladed jig rod that's so good and the spinnerbait rod that's so good. That swim bait rod gets him that much more distance, load up, and action on a spinnerbait and a bladed jig, coming from two guys that are just decorated seasoned vets that know what's going on. Gene winning a tournament from it. Of course, powered with the Mega Jaws 7.2-to-1 Elite A and B braking system, 17-pound test, fluorocarbon, just getting it done with that spinnerbait. So, Gene, congrats. You killed it. Good job on your Bassmaster Kayak Series win. I mean, that's just fantastic. Good job, Fluke Master, teaching the world to fish one episode at a time. You killed it. Also, Gene's been on a weight loss journey these last couple months, and he's lost a ton of weight. And I got to just give him a shout out for that, because I myself, I've done the same thing. So love it. Good job, Gene. Keep crack-a-lacking. All right. So moving on, guys. I wanted to get that shared with you. We're going to go ahead and share a different page, though. Let's go to this one and share this page instead. Boom. All right, guys. So we are around the 15-minute mark, and I wanted to take a minute and show you. Well, there's that deadbolt that's getting so much love right there. I tell you. And you know what? This is a normal marketing picture for us, but it's perfect for Halloween with those demon eyes in the background and all that fire and dark and scariness. So perfect time for that. But coming up right here somewhere. Let me get it right there. Boom. We have, and it's happening right now, guys, and we're going to go through it. We got a big Halloween sale going on. So let's go ahead and do some shopping and see what's going on in this sale. All right, Starlink, here we go. Coming over. Isn't that cool? Check it out, too. Look at the icon. Look at my cursor, guys. It's no longer a cursor on the computer. It is now a cool jack-o'-lantern, a spooky jack-o'-lantern to select what we're looking at. So let's go ahead and go over and scroll down, ladies and gentlemen. Oop, I missed. Scroll down. All right, check it out. During this Halloween sale, we're going to top this first. Buy a Mega Jaws Elite Series Reel or a Speed Demon Elite Series Reel and get 4 free bait capsules, 2 size smalls and 2 size mediums. That's a $20 value. And guys, this bait capsule was the talk of ICAST. We had so many people coming around, loved it. It's killer. It is a fantastic setup. New models expected to come shortly, including a big swim bait model, as well as a drop shot model. And of course, you know me, I love using the fairy wand. So I'm definitely going to be getting that. So, all right, guys, right here, check it out. Hey, that picture looks familiar. Evo kayaks back there. I think that's off the deck of my boat. It is. I took that picture. Anyways, so the Mega Jaws Elite, normally $149, priced just right now at $129. That's in the Baitcaster, whether you want the 9-1-1 or the 7-2-1. Now, those reels right there, Gene will tell you, those are Elite Tournament Series winning reels. James Elon can tell you the same thing. Brent Chapman can tell you. Cliff Crochet can tell you. These reels will put not just fish in the boat, but money in your pocket as well if you know how to get the job done. And these tools will help you do it. So Elite Series reels right here, $129 for the Baitcasters, $139 for the spinning reel. And then, of course, the Speed Demon Elite on sale right now for $119. That's a killer deal, guys. It's a great setup. All right. Scrolling down, we're going to keep more. What else do we have happening right now? Check it out. Okay, so Spartacus 2 bait casting reel, great option, 20% off. Normally $45.99. You guys are going to pick that up for $36.80. This is a great reel to get somebody that is looking to get into the sport with a low investment. That's going to be a great functioning reel. I've actually tested this reel against, say, like the Abu Garcia Black Max. A lot of other reels in that department, and it works very well. It's a good solid reel for under $50 price range, and then of course on sale for $36. You can't go wrong. The Mega Jaws bait casting reel with the AutoMag dual braking system. Okay, now I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love the Mega Jaws Elite. I really like the Mega Jaws AutoMag version. The original Mega Jaws, it was okay reel. I wasn't a big fan, but when they revamped the braking system and did the AutoMag dual braking system, guys, for a budget reel, that thing works fantastic. Okay, 10% off on that. Then you got the Recon round bait casting reel with the line counter, 40% off on that. Normally $55. You guys are getting that just a hair over $30. That's killer. If you guys are looking to get into the swim bait world, throw some glide baits without a big investment, the Megatron 200, fantastic reel. I love that reel. $63, 15% off on that. Now, we're going to go to a fan favorite. How many of you guys, Helen, I agree, the red is beautiful. It is a great option. What else we got? Any news reels coming soon? Maybe not, Milton. I know Milton's been beating me up, wanting me to give up the skinny on new products. And Milton, I can't do it. You know what, Milton? I'll show you a new product right now. This is the most I can show you, okay? Right there. You have to pause your screen. That's the most you're going to get. All right? Coming soon. Talk about it later. All right. That's the closest thing I can show you to a new product right now. Okay. All right. We're cruising. Back on task. But anyways, yeah, that Megatron 200, great low investment reel. I mean, you can get into like swim bait and glide bait reels that are just flat going to eat your wallet up. I mean, I'm talking anywhere from $150 to $600-700 reels. And that's just grotesque, especially if you're not sure if you're going to be a glide bait or a swim bait kind of person. I don't throw a lot of big swim baits. I definitely don't throw hardly any glide baits. I need to explore that a little more. I keep telling myself to get after it. I just don't. But I did buy the Megatron 200 just for that reason as well. If you want to spend a little bit more money and get into a little bit more of a better reel, I shouldn't say better, but a reel more equipped for long-term use, the Capstan 300 in a baitcaster. So those are those two great investments. But going to a fan favorite, the Rover traditional style bait casting reel right there is, or conventional style bait caster. You got a killer deal on that, 25% off, guys. Picking that thing up for just under $40. Whether you're doing saltwater, you're doing catfish, carp, things of that nature. This is a killer reel right here, guys. I adore this reel. It's a great priced reel that flat gets it done and works very well. Low investment and great quality, guys. Fan favorite again, the Royal Legend Pro Baitcaster right there, $72 even. It's 20% off. Gorgeous reel right there. It also shares a very similar braking system to some other reels that are just fantastic. All right. The Zephyr reel with the drag clicker. That is the reel that got it started for us in the bait finesse world. $63. Okay, here's a reel that I feel doesn't get a lot of praise, and it's a killer reel. Okay, it is the Sharky 3 bait casting reel. Normally $60. Okay, $36, 40% off, guys. I'm telling you, if you're going to pick one reel out of here that's not an aluminum frame reel that just works very well, it's got the TPE handles, it's got a great braking system, triple disc carbon fiber drag, the cone or tapered line guide, funnel style. That's a killer reel. Super comfortable. Adore it. That's a great product right there. If you're looking for, I'm talking low budget, get you out there, get you fishing. You can't go wrong with the Brutus or the Centrons coming in at 10 and 15% off. Jump over to the saltwater world. Now we're looking at the Capstan Elite saltwater reels coming at $64. The Recon saltwater coming in at $52. Those are phenomenally great priced reels. Not rocking aluminum frames. Those are going to be a graphite nylon frame. Still a great product for a great price. Jump all over those. And then right here, the Royal Legend Pro spinning reel. I actually picked up, I've got both the Royal Legend Pro bait casting and spinning. This is a great setup for if you're looking for a professional style reel without the elite price tags. Go with that right there. Triple disc carbon fiber drag, braid ready, just a good setup. And that Galaxy paint job, just beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful, guys. You can't go wrong on that. It's a good deal there. Now, here we are again, guys. The People's Champ. This is probably one of the oldest reels in the lineup that we have. Okay, it's who in the comment section, guys, trying to decide on a spinning Mega Jaws or Recon. What are you going to use it for, Steve? If you're going to be doing saltwater, I say go with the Recon. If you're going to be doing freshwater, Mega Jaws Elite all day. If you're doing freshwater, if you're doing saltwater, Recon. Let me know. Got to pay to play. I agree. I got to agree. Okay. Now jumping back over, guys, the Sharky 3. Okay. The Sharky 3 spinning. We've had this reel in our lineup for a long time. Whether you are doing a non-bait feeder or a bait feeder, this is a reel that I dubbed the People's Champ years ago. We all like to call it that. This is a super affordable reel that will work and work and work. You can leave it alone, never clean it, be fairly abusive to it. Now, the reason why I say fairly abusive, like for me, the way I treat a lot of my stuff, I mean, I'm not just horribly abusive, but I don't clean my reels as much as I should. I don't service them as much as I should. I do, I don't let them ride around in the back of a pickup much. They usually ride in the front of a truck. The only time they ever ride in the back of a pickup is if I'm like off-road, going to a pond, and I have a lot of people in the truck with me. So that's less abuse. But this is a reel that you can leave out in the sun and sunbake on the deck of your boat. We have a lot of guides that do the same thing, put them in very unexperienced people's hands, and they just beat the snot out of these things, and they keep working. They have outworked a lot of pins. They've outworked a lot of our Garcias. They've outworked a lot of Quantums. They've outworked a lot of saltwater reels and freshwater reels that go 2 to 3 times their price easily. We adore this reel, guys. So if you're going to pick out a spinning reel under $50, pick up a Sharky 3, whether it's a bait feeder or it's just a standard traditional spinning, and just smile. And if you're not smiling, go out and fish with it. And before you know it, it's going to put a smile on your face because it's a great reel. Paula, I agree. That's the reel for me. Paula, you know what's up. That Sharky 3 is a fantastic reel. So let's talk about it in a freshwater aspect, because that's what I fish a lot of, and I could definitely talk about this. I use this reel from throwing hard baits on a spinning reel to drop shotting for a long time, to just worming, a lot of different things, a lot of different techniques. It's just a super active reel. It's very responsive, casts a mile. It will retrieve. The drag is very smooth. I mean, I just can't say enough. That's why it is the People's Champ. And right now, under $50, it's thebomb.com, guys. It is the bomb. Helen says she's hard on her equipment. Doug saying the Sharky 3 rod's fantastic too. See, you've got one of the old Sharky 3 rods. You know what's funny is I loved that Sharky 3 rod. I had one as well. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I should say I still own it, except I'm going to be honest with you. I did trade it for a car. I did. I swear on my life, I traded that rod and reel combo. I got a ton of other Sharky 3s, but I only had one Sharky 3 rod. And we don't produce that rod anymore, and I'm kind of sad because I thought, oh, I could just get another one. I'll just get another one. It was a friend of mine had a Honda Civic that my daughter and I built into like some old Fast and Furious looking stuff. I don't know if you guys follow her on Instagram. It's Boogermobile. Check her out. But anyways, it is a 1999 Honda Civic that we dropped, put wheels, big stereo, everything on. And I traded a Sharky 3 combo for that car. True story. Swear it happened. It did. I also, for my old lowrider, my 94 Slam Chevy, I traded some of the catfish rods and some of to a gentleman who's no longer with us. He passed away. God rest his soul, Thomas Fines. But I bought a old OBS truck from him, or traded it, because we were out kayak fishing one time and he dumped his kayak and lost all of his KastKing gear. He had nothing but KastKing rods and reels. He's a big cat fisherman. And one day he was selling his OBS truck, said, make me an offer. And I said, hey, I'll trade you all that gear you lost for that truck. And he said, get over here and get this thing out of my yard. True story. So yeah, your boy, Give It Away AJ, has traded some fishing rods for cars. But that just tells you how much people love these products that they're willing to trade automobiles for this stuff. So kind of a crazy deal. And of course, I work for the company and I've been with them for 10 years. So I can always get another one. Can't get a Sharky 3 rod though. So Doug, hold on to that, because I regret that. I don't regret getting the car, but I should have pulled the trigger and just ordered another rod while I had the chance and didn't. So I was like, I got time. It'll be here. And it wasn't. So, all right, enough about that. Go running down memory lane, guys. That's crazy. That's the show. Guys, jump over KastKing.com. Check out the huge sale, up to 40% off right now. This sale's going on until October 31st. So if you guys are looking for some great goodies to get in there and get yourself hooked up for Halloween, that's a nice little treat. Okay. You don't even have to go knocking on doors for it. You just type in www.KastKing.com, order yourself up some good deals, and you don't even have to go trick-or-treating. You get all the treats you want, and then you can trick the fish into biting your lures, guys. Guys, that's going to do it for me tonight. Again, like I said, next week I'm going to try to have Mr. Brent Chapman and Mr. James Elam on the show. We'll see if we can get Gene Jensen to jump on in there with us, talk about his win in the kayak series for the Bassmasters that he just had this past weekend, as well as Brent and James talking about their experiences over in China, the mainland, in the Chinese MLF circuit they just participated in. Cool stuff. Guys, we'll see you next week. I'm out of here. You guys have a great night.